Hey there, my friends. It's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome into another edition of Teach Me Tuesday. Today I'm going to share you a really fun, quick and easy gift type item you could make, and you could do it pretty quickly. So this was one of the pillow gifts from Creative Escape this past weekend, and I wanted to be able to save this video on my YouTube channel for the people who actually attended, and I also thought it would be really handy for you guys to see as well. So I made these really cute ribbon charms for my Creative Escape family. This was one of their pillow gifts, and so I thought I would show you how I made that. It's really fun because it uses Shrinky Dink film. Do you guys remember the Shrinky Dink film? I used to have a Gremlin set of Shrinky Dinks. I remember it distinctly because that was a super popular movie when I was a kid. And so this is the same idea, but we're going to use our stamps and our heat embossing tool to be able to make it. So I used the Shrink film by Graphics. I just got this on Amazon. I actually got a huge package, so I have a ton. So let me go ahead and show you what you'll need. So you'll need your Shrink film. You're gonna need some Stays-On ink, which I forgot to grab. Stays-On ink. It can be black or it can be brown or any of the other colors of Stays-On. You just want it to be Stays-On because it will stick, or not stick, it will stay on this slick surface without smearing and it won't fade. You're going to need a heat tool. You're going to need a stamp that you're going to use, and then some sort of punch. I'm going to punch mine out with the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. You could use a tag punch depending on what stamp you're using. You could use, if you're using a dragonfly, you could use a dragonfly punch, whatever you want. But usually you want to kind of have a nice clean cut. You could probably use dies as well, and then you want a hole punch too. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take our stamp. Just know that the Stays-On will stain your ink pads or your stamps, but they'll still work totally fine. We do have a Stays-On cleaner. I don't normally use it, but you could totally do that, and that will limit the staining that you get. But we're going to take our Stays-On ink, and we're going to stamp this on our Shrink film. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this down here. You do want to be careful when you stamp because it's going to want to slide because it's a slick surface. So just be really careful and go straight down, straight up. So there you can see my stamped image. Then I'm going to take the little coffee cup from this set. I'm using the Warm Hugs set that goes with the coffee cups, that Heartwarming Hugs suite in the holiday catalog. So I'm going to use this. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp right in the middle. Again, very carefully so I don't smudge it. And then it really dries pretty quickly, so I don't have to worry about drying time. I'm just going to take my blends marker, my alcohol-based marker, and I'm going to add some color to it. So I'm just going to color my little coffee cup so that I'll be ready to go. And I'm going to color the handle as well. Okay, then once you've done that, you're going to take your punch and you're going to just slip that inside the punch and center it. I'm having trouble centering it. There we go. And punch that out. Okay, so now I have this, my cute little for you, right? Then I'm going to take, I actually didn't center that cup. I should have moved it a little bit, but that's fine. I'm going to take my hole punch. You want to make sure you punch your hole. I'm going to actually punch it over here and make it look like I did it on purpose, maybe. Have it hang on the side like that, I think. So I'm just going to punch the hole. You don't want to get too close to the edge. And like I said, you do want to do this before you do the Shrinky Dink portion, because otherwise the hole will not be big enough and you won't be able to, or the punch will be too big for the little element that you have left. You want to make sure you have something to hang on to your Shrinky Dink while you're working with it. And then you're going to heat set it. So you want to use the highest setting on the Stampin' Up! Heat embossing tool. But you can, if you just have one, it should be whatever setting you have. And then you're just going to heat set it so you can watch this magic. Hopefully you'll be able to see it on this grid paper. I think you should be able to. I don't know if you'll be able to hear me while I'm doing this, but it takes it a minute for the heat embossing tool to warm up. So it will take it a few minutes. Once you start doing these like in a pattern, it will go much faster because you don't have to wait for the heat embossing tool to heat up each time. You'll just go from one to the other. There you go. You can start to see it curling. It's going to curl. That's totally normal. You also want to have an extra block nearby, which I do, so that I can kind of position it back in place while it's still warm. And you'll see me do that at the end. It's going to kind of swing around and all that good stuff. It's totally normal. Once you do a bunch of them, you'll kind of know what the shape ends up being, like what the final shrinkage size is. This one's going to be a little bit bigger than the one I showed you, I think. Although, no, actually, I use the same size circle punch for those. So it looks like it's kind of fully shrunk at this point. I'm going to make sure I get it good and hot. And then I'm just going to take my block and set it on top of it. I'm not really forcing it down. I'm just putting the block down on top of it to kind of flatten it out. You can kind of like roll it a little bit, just lightly, but it kind of hardens really quick. So you don't have a lot of time to do that. Like when I was just doing that, I could feel that the edges were already hardened. So you want to do that right away. You can always reheat it again and try and get out, if you've got some really wonky bits, like that's a little bit wonky, you could reheat it to get the divots out. There's like a divot right in the middle. So I flipped it over. Get it hot again. Oh, you have to be careful not to send it flying. And then stick the block back on it with a little more pressure this time. And then it should kind of flatten it out. There you go. Kind of got most of it. And now you have a really cute little scissor charm. I could thread that through. I bought these little lobster clasp claws on Amazon as well. You get like 200 for $12.99, I think it was. I don't know if I have them handy. So they came in like a big bag like this. They're, what are they called? I don't know, fashion dubs, it says, 2.56. It's actually straps for cell phones, but it works. I don't know why you would need so many straps for a cell phone, but these work great for these little charms. So you can just take the lobster claw side, if I can get one. And actually, we want to put a bell in it too. So I use the Stampin' Up! Jingle Bells from our holiday catalog. And I just attached one of those to the lobster claw first. Kind of stuck that in there like that. And then I stuck the, sometimes it's a little tricky, there, the little tag on top of it. And now you have your cute little tag, and you just thread it through your ribbon. And what I use these for is so that, I don't know about you, but I actually have some scissors that I use for adhesive, and then I have some that I use for cutting paper. And I don't want to mix those up, because if you try and cut paper or ribbon with scissors that you've been using for adhesive, it ends up not working very well. So I like to mark the scissors that I use for different things. So these are my ribbon scissors, or like my paper scissors, whereas the other one I have is it has a snowflake on it, and those are my here they are. These are my adhesive scissors, and I got this charm from somebody a long time ago, and it's been on there forever. But it's just a really cute way to kind of identify your scissors for yourself. Or you could put it in a bag, like if you were making these for a gift and they're not a crafter, you could totally put these on like a little purse or a bag or a tote or something like that, just to kind of make it special and something unique. So I thought I would share that with you today. One little heads up that today is the 24th of November. So we do have a sale going on, the Merry and Bright sale. It's only for today. So it's only up for a few more hours. So it's pretty much 10% off anything in the annual catalog. There are some exclusions, but not a lot. So you can check out my website here. Also, if you order with this code either today or anytime before Friday, November 27th, I will send you my card kits for my card class earlier today on Facebook Live. So go find me on By the Shore Stamping on Facebook, and then you'll see my Facebook Live where I put these cards together. And if you place an order in my online store using that code today or by the end of the day on Friday, I will send you these cards for free. If your order is over $50, you also get the embellishments I used. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button. That makes me very happy. And what makes me even more happy is when you go ahead and subscribe. So thanks so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you again. Actually, and have a great Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. Thanksgiving is Thursday, so I will see you next week on Tuesday. Have a great week. Bye for now.